Hey Cancers, welcome to your reading. Yes, another setup guys, another country. You guys know I'm between homes and between countries at the minute. So I took a few days off to travel back to England to my other cards. So yep, you'll see some new decks here at the moment. But yeah, just bear with me when I'm moving home and stuff. I will still try and give you the best setup I can, guys. Okay, we have the Dragon Tamer here. Was it Aries who I just said that a strong woman shouldn't be tamed? Somebody's trying to tame somebody or change somebody here, and because you'll find that that's not working, there'll be no movement. So if you try to change another person, could be a Libra, if you try to change them, somebody just remains more stubborn. So somebody's not acting or moving towards you the more you try and move or act towards them. So just be aware of that people have to heal themselves. You could be trying to help them and show them the way, give them the answer or something. It just makes them go into the dark here even more, go within themselves even more and pull away. So it's kind of like the runner and chaser scenario. The more you chase somebody, the more they'll run. The more you try to help somebody to see the light, the more they retreat into the dark here. Six of Cups. This person will return into your life. People from your past coming back at the moment as well. Venus is retrograde and Mercury is about to go retrograde, but I did leave a video on that, guys, so go ahead and check that out. And we have the Page of Wands. So it's almost like the minute you try to stop taming them or they try to stop taming you, they come out into this, they transform. It's like Beauty and the Beast here. There's just this whole new life about them. They'll come back on their own saying, hey, guess what? I learned my lesson. Whether you can be, welcoming of they've learned their lesson and stuff, that's up to you, right? But here this person will be then full of the light, the spirit here. So it's like, yeah, I learned my lesson. I was so good. They are happy that they did it on their own. This is somebody who can learn, but maybe you trying to show them or something like that, they'll pull away all the more. Okay, guys? So allow it. There's a new something trying to initiate here, a new conversation trying to initiate. They may even come back and say, yep, I knew what you were saying was right. And look at me now. And you're going to be like, yep, I kind of knew it as well. That that was the way forward, or we was meant to be together. I knew this person comes skipping happily into your life that, yeah, I'm your soulmate here. They had to learn by losing you. I think this is what you was trying to prevent here. You wasn't trying to change them or force them. You was trying to prevent them losing you and to come out of their shell. You've seen the good in them. You've seen the potential in them. So, you kept being strong and you kept fighting for this, what you knew to be a very strong soulmate connection. What that meant was that you then needed up healing, okay? Because look at this warrior here. Look at the wings. All tattered, right? You're a strong person, but it doesn't mean you have to be strong for everybody. Sometimes we've got to let go, let God, and let them find their way, and they'll find it. This could be somebody younger than you. It could be a child that you had to let go of, let them find their way, and it could have been quite difficult. When we're seeing things from the outside and we know the answer, but then somebody could be so stubborn that they want to find the answer themselves because it's their path, right? This is what we're seeing here, that this person, they do find their way. They will be okay. And they will come back here and show you and communicate that I see things the way you see it now. So that's wonderful because they've grown and, they're communicating. And pages, they still have lessons to learn. But this person, the more you sort of was like, come outside, it's okay in the light. They sort of shriveled back into the dark all the more. So the more you pull away and turned your back on them, boom, here they are. Okay. Three of Cups. So now I want union. Now I can, you know, be happy and healthy in a connection with you. This is good news that's on the way. So where there was no movement and dark, we see, you know, the difference here in such this dark to this beautiful light from here to here. We see where you're more approachable rather than a dragon tamer. You know, you're a big, powerful person, and it could have come across as intimidating, or that you're taking away from that person. That's how they were seeing it. You was taking away either their dignity or something like that, and you know, their strengths. So they just sort of retreated away. And I feel like because, you know, you had to learn to relax and chill, and you both had to learn through the loss of each other. But what we see is this beautiful light coming out of the connection, this initiation, a beautiful new something starting here with the Three of Cups. Seven of Swords. Okay, so I feel like the tighter you hold on, the worse things will be. This is like self-denial or low self-esteem. It could have even been like, okay, let's say if it was your child, right? You could be saying, no, they're going to fail, and they're going to fall, and they're going to hurt themselves. It's kind of like you're deceiving yourself to comfort yourself here. So if we was to put it to a romantic partner and we say, hey, okay, they're going to cheat me out of this connection. It's like you're almost, you know, not allowing yourself to open up your arms. So it becomes quite defensive and quite OCD that things have to go perfect. And we'd definitely be lying to ourselves if it was to go perfect. If this is a new situation that's happening to you and it's a romantic situation, this could be that somebody, you was dating somebody younger than you, and they cheated on you with a third party. And they want to return at the moment, making no movement though, but they want to return. So they might message here, Mercury, like I say, is retrograde. So Three of Swords, we don't grow in comfort, guys. So this lying and cheating would have pushed us out of our comfort zone. Really, really painful here, but it's growing pains, right? I feel like almost nobody was there for you. You had to go through this death and rebirth by yourself. Except for your higher self. Your higher self here is always with you, right? And comforting you and has the answers for you here and trying to say, hey, it will be okay. Especially if you're just going through this. You're going through a heartbreak because of somebody's deception in a third party. If, you know, you're fearing heartache on letting somebody go because you feel they'll move on to somebody else, you are cheating yourself here and holding on to this pain. We've got to let them go, and you'll find out that it will be easier. Sometimes holding on to a rope will burn our hands. So we're getting hurt by holding on to maybe these thoughts and feelings. And we're cheating ourselves out of today's happiness, overthinking about it here. Eight of Swords jumping out there. And the Page of Cups here. So 2 pages. So you both had something to learn in this. It's not just that they have something to learn. There's also some space for growth for you. When they come back and communicate, they will, you know, wear their heart on their sleeve. They will apologize. They will be, you know, very much in their feelings when apologizing. They think about this situation all the time to the point of obsession. And you might be too. And this could be why it's still hurting. We have to learn to let go, so we know, you know, that we've learned our lessons here. But I feel like this could be somebody's children even causing problems in their life that keeps them up all night thinking and worrying about it. At some point, that peace, you know, you have to say, they're old enough and I've done a good job enough to let them make decisions on their own. If they fall, they'll learn to get back up. And they'll grow as people, right? The same with a romantic partner, really. If they fall, and I think you're scared that if they fall or choose somebody else, that, you know, where does that leave you? So we could be lying to ourselves saying, I'm not bothered about them. I just know this is right. So I don't want them to make that mistake. But the only place we learn is with these mistakes, right? We don't grow in comfortable, you know, energy. We grow in discomfort because then it makes us move. If we was, you know, living in a sewer, we'd be definitely like, you know what, I'm going to motivate myself to get out of here. If we was in a luxury apartment, we'd be like, well, maybe I'll stay another day longer. And we can see that in relationships. If we're comfortable but unhappy, we might stay longer than we actually want to. So 8 of Swords here, you're thinking about each other, but the other person found it easier to let go than you. And that's because, you know, you was in emotion and he was in water, yeah. And they were in this fiery energy, this movement energy, and trying to go. So you could have been chasing them and they was running. When you stop chasing and learn to let go, they come back. And it's a lot more easier and you've both learned a lesson there. 10 of Cups. This is an opportunity to end in this love. 10 cups of love here. But it's also meaning that this cycle has to end with you both, and take it to the next step of self-love. You've got to learn your lessons here in order for it to play out and come together and end up as a happily ever after, if you like, for want of better words. You are the dragon tamer. You're trying to take somebody else's role in the story. Be the princess this time. Challenges. Okay, so there are challenges, but it could be overcome. Okay, that's up to you if you want to go in that direction, if it resonates with you. Star blessing. So it seems like you are some sort of star being there, maybe from the Syrian star. So you will either have that information already so that this reading resonates with you. Your guide will have shown you something like that. Creating and writing. So some of you here are supposed to get on to writing now. You might have known it already and stopped for a little bit, but you're being asked to start again. And soul healing. So yeah, this, in order for this connection to work, we must have this healing. There's no skipping over it. You could go on to the next soulmate and maybe learn with them, but there's no skipping over this soul healing. We have to do it this time. And we could end up with this happiness. If it's a child, it might be a little bit easier to let go than another child. Maybe another child was older, already left home. That was easier, and then this might be your last child or something leaving home. Things like that, guys. Okay, good luck.